Germany's national airline Lufthansa has found itself with a fair bit of explaining to do after it filmed an ad for next week's FIFA World Cup in Ukraine instead of the actual host nation, Russia. Russia and the Ukraine aren't the friendliest of neighbors, to say the least, to the point they despise one another, while there's ongoing military tensions on the border, namely around the disputed area of Crimea. Lufthansa's ad was shot in the Ukrainian capital Kiev for logistical reasons, and made to look like it was Russia. Sadly, the ad has now been pulled and the airline forced to apologize. "We sincerely regret and apologize for this. That is why Lufthansa at the weekend already removed the video from all social media platforms," the company said in a statement. Check out the offending ad below, which, it has to be said, looks a lot of fun despite being. But, as our German friends say, genießen. Sign in with LinkedIn ad campaigns FIFA World Cup Lufthansa. We learned some valuable lessons from B. In this guest post, Ruben8 founder and creative director Rob Holden, pictured below, asks why so many marketers are missing out on the untapped potential of using gamification for data collection. Gaming to serve business goals isn't exactly a new phenomenon. Time and again, we've seen successful games capturing the world's attention with stunning financial. Melbourne-based digital agency Inlight has appointed a new CEO as it celebrates its 10th anniversary, marking a new chapter for the business. Mark Oliver joins Inlight from global digital products company Tigerspike, where he spent 8 years leading, growing and evolving their APAC business. In Mark we've found someone who shares our vision, and Group Chief Executive Officer and co-founder of the Monkeys, Mark Green, has been appointed Chair of the Communications Council, following the AGM held last week in Melbourne. Green will oversee a number of initiatives during the coming months. His focus will be on showcasing the value of commercial creativity, building the talent within the industry through. In this guest post, CEO of call tracking firm Delicon, Michael Center, pictured below, says marketers are quick to monetize their digital data, but are missing a real opportunity with data from inbound calls. Marketers and agency executives, imagine this scenario. You have just begun a new paid search campaign promoting your business. The aim of the campaign is, to all those readers who doubted B. Much like your mom, arresting officer, or anyone who says, "Who wants a drink?" when Mary Meeker talks, you need listen. Here's a scholarly and academic doctoral précis into the ethnic diversity of Love Island contestants. We shit you not, it's rather unpleasant news out of AAP today in B. Think this article contains dramatic footage of an actual robbery? Well, it is for those with overactive imaginations. This ad would be bettered by watching it in a hyperbaric chamber. Failing that, put a waste paper basket on your head. Group M Supremo says it's moved on from Sir Martin, despite him leaving a moldy jar of mayonnaise in the staff fridge. Bohemia unveils new performance director who reportedly can run around the entire office in under 8 minutes flat. There was so much on the TV last night, B. Hence, why we stalked people on Facebook instead. Full-service media and communications firm The M Agency has been appointed to develop and manage the marketing, media, content and social strategies for the Sydney launch of Pop-Up Globe. Pop-Up Globe is the world's first full-scale temporary working replica of Shakespeare's theatre, the Second Globe. The 3-story, 16-sided, 900-person capacity theatre unites cutting-edge scaffold technology, B. although it's more cubic zirconia due to recent budget cuts. Australia's largest public relations and communications agency, Ogilvy PR Australia, has rebranded to OPR and established itself as a separate entity within WPP-AUNZ. The new OPR agency brand signifies a nod to its Ogilvy heritage, a new direction and a new phase in the agency's history as it leaves the Ogilvy network, reinforcing its, "Does all this talk of general data protection regulation give you the heebie-jeebies? Well, did you be yourself here?" Yes, it's the trickle before the flood of Cannes Lions stories. But to be fair, to be Children's digital media company Total Yasum has announced the launch of its first video-on-demand (VOD) offering, available on its kids-safe ad platform. Used by kids brands across the Asia-Pacific to safely engage with the under-13 audience, Total Yasum reaches more than 170 million kids monthly in the region. In Singapore, Total Yasum partnered with media company Rumours B. It's far more low wattage. This unibit spot features some of Australia's best-known sportsmen. So well-known, B. GPJ announces a trio of senior creative appointments. Tick them off for yourself in the accompanying press photo. Volvo is putting its weight behind ocean sustainability. Or, as the Swedes prefer to say, havs hållbarhet. B. In this guest post, GPJ Australia's Philippe Diaz, pictured below, recaps one of the standout sessions from the meetings. Last month, I was lucky enough to be invited to speak at the annual meetings. As great as it was to be, digital experience company Acquia has announced it is rolling out voice-enabled search technologies to government agencies and global brands through development work within Acquia Labs. Focused on improving the accessibility of Georgia.gov, the state agency was the first to roll out voice search capabilities from Acquia Labs last year. Initial usability metrics were strong, as news media publishers across the Trans-Tasman have won 14 medals at the INMA International News Media Association 2018 Global Media Awards held in the U.S. The region's news publishers scooped 29 mentions in total, with 4 first places, 6 second places, 4 third places, and 14 honorable mentions. Locally, News Corp Australia was named Best Sports and Digital Out-of-Home. Technology company TechFront Australia, together with media sales specialists MediaSeed, has given a permanent 15-square-metre LED screen in Brisbane's King George Square a major facelift. The new 40-square-metre, high-resolution audio-visual asset has multiple display uses for advertisers, including brand messaging, to be run in the Integrated Public Relations and Marketing Agency. Taurus is proud to introduce a partnership with talented new Sydney videographers and co-founders of Bezier, Sebastian Phillips and Juris Malasianux. Sebastian and Juris kickstarted the year with the launch of their company Bezier. Having the ability to learn and implement quality industry standards paired with their passion for local influencer marketing firm Vamp has become first official influencer agency able to cover UAE influencers exclusively registered with them against strict new regulations. In the past week, the regulations affecting UAE influencers have come into effect. In order to continue their work promoting products or businesses, a mandatory media license is now required. Costing warning: this article contains language more akin to a building site or AB. We want an ad about undetectable HIV viral loads and make it funny, and you gotta hand it to 'em, they've nailed it. Adobe has shared a preview of Project Arrow, a new augmented reality (AR) authoring tool and multi-platform system that will enable creatives to design immersive content that blurs the lines between the physical and digital worlds. Apple is building a leading platform for augmented reality, and Adobe has announced it is working with the tech giant to help. Think a picture tells 1,000 words? Well, this Getty article boasts 271 words, some 729 short of the magic mark. Foxtel unveils its new CFO who, rather disappointingly, has neither multiple pens in his pocket or a calculator watch. If further proof was needed that Matt Preston is the Thermomix of Australian TV personalities, comes this home loan ad. Have you recently embezzled $100,000 out of your current employer? Why not hide the cash with a new Jag? B. Know absolutely nothing about world football. The radio ratings are here. Although no mention of the return of the Knickerbocker or Shag hairdos. News Corp's home titles have found a new home at Bowers Home, which is all very homely and throw-cushiony, really. You'd be very right in asking, how does B? Yes, that's probably overselling it. Don't beat your customers with a stick. Instead empathize, pens this columnist. And, yeah, the stick bit was B. Zenith has a new head of digital who, sadly, doesn't go by the name of Gwyneth. As in Gwyneth from Zenith. OMD's Danielle Latulic attended changing the ratio and has delivered this probing praise. Steady yourself here. This brave columnist is advocating a paywall for Facebook. And far from the rantings of a madman, he makes a point. Want someone to stare at your ad for hours? Well, Sydney's gridlock traffic offers an opportunity like no other. The DDB office's Phillips head goes missing the very day it's screwing the new plaque to the MD's office door. Reports out today suggest 9. Not to suggest anyone has a shovel or said hatchet. News set to review mind-altering algorithms, while B. Yes, this article is littered with slightly puerile schoolboy jokes, and it's not even B. Boost has unveiled a limited edition Vegemite flavor juice, although we can't see them having to put on extra staff. Ever think lots of B? We never miss the broadsheets here at B. Both the budget and the budget reply speech noticeable omissions from Twitter's top reads for the month of May. Nova Entertainment's Smooth FM has launched a partnership with Australia's largest independent direct marketer of wine selectors. Smooth FM's partnership with wine selectors will run over a 12-month period, creating an opportunity for the station's listeners to purchase a Smooth Select case of wine, carefully curated by wine selectors for Smooth FM. Featuring wines to match every, typically, B. The NSW Youngbloods Committee is made up of 7 individuals from a variety of different agencies within the industry. The team is all volunteers, working together to provide a platform where the industry's up-and-comers have access to the insights of the industry's top creative, strategic. It wasn't just MasterChef doing the grilling, roasting. Indigenous rapper Briggs stars in new campaign that B. It's been a week or two, but B. If you think TV without Grant Denyer is like apple pie without ice cream, then you may possibly need to seek help. We are calling this B. In the lead-up to World Oceans Day on Friday the 8th of June, Corona will take to the world stage in a continued effort to raise awareness around the 8 million metric tons of marine plastic pollution that's dumped into our oceans each year. In partnership with 100 Islands Protected ambassador Chris Hemsworth, Corona is hijacking iconic, creative agency McCann Australia has announced the appointment of Robert Stone as its new head of talent. Previously located at McCann London, Stone is a member of the McCann World Group Global Diversity and Inclusion Coalition and the IPA's Talent Leadership Committee. He was behind the introduction of global jewelry brand Pandora to the McCann's client. Nine's Love Island unveils string of new sponsors. Now all that appears to be missing is a string of actual viewers. Haven't a clue who Christian O'Connell is? Haven't a clue where Melbourne is? Let these orange spots be your guiding hand. The kids are turning off Facebook. B. The latest data says it's a very good time to be in Australia's advertising industry, so it's a good thing you are. In this guest post, Uyal, as Steve Davis, pictured below, gets out his shiny crystal ball to predict what the future holds for sports broadcasting. Throughout the world, the way in which people are watching sport is changing. Where once the lounge room television was the device of choice, eyeballs are now shifting to mobile devices. Speaking at a Vivid Ideas breakfast event yesterday morning, Brian Cooley, U.S. editor-at-large for CNET.com, made some predictions on the future of consumer technology and shared tips on what trends we should keep an eye on. Cooley, pictured below, kicked off by defining the 4 characteristics of great technology in his opinion. Great Australian News Channel, ANC, has announced digital media distribution facility Media Hub Australia will provide playout services for its growing suite of premium Sky News channels. agency delivers live news and national affairs coverage to audiences across Australia via dedicated channels on Foxtel, including Sky News Live, Sky News Business, Sky News Weather, Sky News Extra. Vijay Solanki has got a head start on post-work drinks today after quitting his chieftain role at IAB Australia. Look, if you people would simply go out and buy more magazines, B. And, yes, that is B. Former ACCA reporter Ben McCormick's online chat buddy has been sent to prison amid more heinous revelations. Thought you'd seen the last of Roseanne? Apparently not, as TV bosses plot a Roseanne free Roseanne, if that makes sense. A goose has careened into a baseball scoreboard live on air and, as you'll discover here, made a right goose of himself. As of May 2018, Anohu has appointed experienced talent exec Sharon Small to join the growing Anohu team. Sharon will be recruiting senior marketing roles across agency and corporate clients. Sharon comes with a strong agency background, initially working in account services across London and Sydney, and over the past 6 years has been a key member of the in-house HR and talent team. Queensland University of Technology is looking for an agency, so you'd better know your alt texts from your doohickeys. In all truth, B. There's a rare bit of mirth emanating out of David Jones and Maya today on this Amazon News. Dare we say gaiety, even. What better way of raising awareness of mental illness in the construction industry than getting a huge Hitachi ZX360 excavator and painting it the signature blue of a leading support group? Major civil construction company Winslow Constructors has boldly done exactly that to help address worrying trends in mental illness. NAB CMO departs under a shroud of mystery. It was probably more a poncho of intrigue or caftan of confusion, really. Open audio platform SoundCloud has announced a partnership with independent advertising technology company AppNexus. Under the terms of the partnership, SoundCloud's audio and video inventory is now available programmatically via the AppNexus marketplace. Buyers can access 15 and 30-second pre-roll and in-feed audio and video spots from SoundCloud through Open Marketplace real-time bidding or through Group M staff forced to bring an extra pashmina and travel rug for the legs after it opened its doors, apparently. The B.